Hey, how's it going today, everybody? This is me coming to you from the Tesla layer, from the tall Tesla layer. And today I'm going to be talking about something that is just going to break your heart. If you were one of those people that were saving up your allowance, you were saving up all your coins and your pennies for the brand new Tesla Model 2, I've got some bad news for you. We're going to dive into that today, and I'm going to talk about it. Hopefully break the news so it doesn't ruin your entire month or year. But we're going to be talking about that today. So sit back, relax. You guys are watching the Tall Tesla Guy. We'll get through this together. I'm going to start out on a positive note. It's been a pretty good year so far. Tesla has been doing pretty good. They launched full self-driving for everybody, which was a free software update that just came through, and they gave you a free month of full self-driving. It was a super positive thing. I really enjoyed the opportunity to use it, I guess. I still can't say I would spend the $8, $10, $12, $15,000, whatever they decided to charge when I went to buy it to get it, but it is super cool. Now, it takes some of the fun out of driving the car, but it is exciting. It's exciting to see what the car will do. Now, it is by no means full self-driving. It is not fully autonomous. It is not level 10 or level 5, depending on which way you look at it, autonomous driving. Not even close. You still have to intervene, interact with it. You still have to be present and aware of what the car is doing, why it is doing what it is doing, and be able to jump in there and intervene should the car do something odd. Now, for the entire month, I've been using it as much as I possibly can, and I will say it's super neat, super cool, it's super fun. There have been a few times where I've had to jump in there, and I can't say it's the total fault of the car because it's some odd road conditions. They're not marked, it's a weird street, things moving around all over you, people are jumping out in front of the car, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's been really cool. It's been really cool to experience it. Right? So that's the positive. And I wanted to start out with a positive because if you guys have been following my channel, I would say since 2020, I've been talking about this mythical unicorn Tesla that's potentially going to be coming down the road. Now, it wasn't something made up completely. Now, I dream a lot of stuff and I make up a lot of things all the time. But this was not one of them because Elon actually talked about this in Battery Day back in 2020. It was about September, October. He had on the screen during the PowerPoint presentation that he was presenting to everybody, he had a tarp over what looked like a car, and it said Model 2, Model $25,000 Tesla, Model Elon, whatever he was going to call it. It was sitting there on the stage, on the screen on the stage, and he was teasing everybody. He teased me about it. I said, I'm going to save up every penny of my allowance from now until it comes out so that I can get this. Now, I have a Model Y right now, and I love it. I wouldn't necessarily jump to a model smaller. A $25,000 Tesla was exciting to me because you get everything that Tesla is. The rocket start, the technology that's in it, the software updates, the comfort, the control, the charging network, the infrastructure, the EV lifestyle, if that's a thing. However, this was going to be a $25,000 Tesla, and at the time, I didn't even know what the government incentives were going to be. They ended up going bananas. The government ended up offering $7,500 rebates. Some cities offered $5,000 credits. Some of the states offered EV tax credits. So you could essentially get a $25,000 Tesla that was closer to maybe sub $15,000, which is huge. If you're saving up your pennies for it, you just don't have to save up as long. And it was really neat. It was a neat idea, and it was, in my mind, I thought it was a way for Tesla to expand the market, to grab even more of the people that were looking on the fence, maybe to convert, maybe get some of the younger audience in there that could actually, it was more feasible, more affordable. The Tesla for everybody, if you will. However, over the years, we started to realize that maybe Tesla a sub $25,000 Tesla was more on Elon time. It was going to be one of those things that he talks about every year. It's going to be coming at the end of the quarter, end of the year, probably before the end of the fiscal year. And what happened was we held our breath for it, and then we had to let it go every year because it never came. We never got it. It was At this point, it's been 4 years nearly. I mean, if you span through the year, and it's been a sort of a roller coaster of emotions, excitement and then a drop, excitement then a drop. In fact, they even had schematics, so they showed us what it potentially could look like. Elon talked about it again. He said, "Oh, it's for sure coming. It's for sure coming," and then he drops a bomb. Now, this was back a couple of months ago. He said in a press conference, in an earnings call, in a quarterly meeting, in a Wall Street call, whatever it was, that the Tesla Model 2 is gone. It is dead. The product is done. I don't know if it's on the heels of Apple pulling out of their EV car, if they were ever even gonna build it. The $1 billion that they invested in it, they just dumped it. And maybe Elon was like, we don't have the competition anymore. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not sure why, but he said, no, I'm not doing it anymore. The Tesla Model 2 is a non-starter. We are not going down that road. Instead, we're gonna continue to promote and push robotaxis. Now, if you're not familiar with robotaxis, Tesla, Elon's original plan was to produce a car that could be driven by itself. So essentially you could take, which is why he invested so much money and time and energy into full self-driving, but his thought in his mind was that your car could be working while you're not driving it, which sounds awesome. Because I mean, statistically, probably, if you drive to work, your car probably sits in the parking lot at your office for 8 hours during the day while you're getting your work done. And then you jump out and get in it and you go home. And then it sits in your driveway for 12 hours until you go back to the office. Now that happens, I would say, to 85% of the cars that are used for day-to-day commutes across the country, probably globally. In Elon's mind, he's thinking, we can make these cars work for us. So what if your car could leave your driveway in the night and go pick somebody up from the airport, drive them to their destination, and then come back and get you and make you $50, $100, $500, $600, $700 every night, every day during the day when you're working and you're not using it. Whenever you're not using your car, it could essentially autonomously leave your location and head to pick somebody up, be like a ride share Uber type of Lyft sort of scenario. And in a full self-driving, completely autonomous world, the robotaxi would substitute the lack of a car being, or the car being wasted in the parking lot, essentially. So you could just have your car working for you. It could probably pay your monthly car payment, your lease payment, whatever you have for the car, and then even make you some money. The idea sounds awesome. Let my car pay me instead of me paying for my car. Great, I'll do it 10 times. I'll sign up for it right now. I'll do it. However, they're not there. They're not there on full self-driving. They're not there on autonomous driving. His idea to invest all this money and energy in a robotaxi may be cool down the road, but I would say it's probably years away, in my opinion. And then outside of that, I would have rather have seen the Tesla Model 2. Just with the Cybertruck and some of the issues they had there, they retooled the plans for it. I feel like maybe the Tesla Model 2 is something that they were going to produce maybe in some of the more heavily populated metropolitan areas, maybe Giga Shanghai, something like that. And it's just not going to be something that we see here. Maybe over in the European markets, Giga Berlin, where they just have, smaller roads, more congestion, whatever. And I don't know, smaller commute or something like that. So I can't say it's never going to come back. But currently, he's taking all the money, time, energy, effort away from the Tesla Model 2, and he's putting it into this Tesla robotaxi adventure. More to come on that. Unfortunately, I hate to burst your bubble on this beautiful day if you're having good weather where you are. Either way, I hope you guys are staying safe out there in whatever you're deciding to do, and that you're having, up until now, probably a fantastic day, week, month so far. Hopefully next time we talk, I can bring some super positive news, maybe even a robotaxi in the wild, or I'll get a Cybertruck to rock climb or something like that. But either way, until that happens, make sure you guys are staying safe and that you're enjoying your day. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.